Guards, bring in the next science fool for review.
Oh, thank you, Your Holiness. My gratitude is unending.
Yes, get on with it.
Of course. Your Holiness, I and my team of graduate students have been working around the clock for years. We've finally made an incredible breakthrough. We have found a safe and 100% effective cure for cancer. Your Holiness, this will change the world.
No, not this again. How many times do I have to tell you idiots? A cure for cancer will negatively impact our holdings in the pharmaceutical industry. Guards, take this one to the pit of pseudoscience with the others.
No, my life's work was for nothing.
Okay, next.
Hey there, I'm the Learning Layman. And if you're like me, you hated school and only discovered your passion for learning later in life. And if you're really like me, then you're amazed by the number of people out there that don't believe in things like the moon landing and vaccine efficacy. But what actually is the truth? What can we really trust? Is the scientific consensus crafted by some shadowy council of Siths? Or is it a rigorous process based on measurable data and peer review? I'm going to share my perspective with you, and by the end of this video, you will have the information you need to form your own opinion. But before we get into that, I think some background information will be helpful. So if you've ever spent any amount of time in science land, you've probably heard the term peer review. In a nutshell, peer review is a process that subjects an author's research or ideas to the scrutiny of others who are experts in the same field, aka their peers. And this is where I think a lot of the confusion comes from. For a layman like me, it's easy to hear that definition and think, yeah, sounds like a bunch of science nerds investigating themselves and concluding that they're all freaking awesome. But my mind changed on peer review when I learned more about what it actually means. When you subject a paper to peer review, you are inviting criticism from the people who are also trying to make breakthroughs in that same field. Their incentive is to find a flaw and disprove your findings so that they can be the first to revolutionize whatever field you're working in and make a name for themselves. So scientific consensus really means that you manage to publish something that all your biggest haters can't disprove. And in the end, they all had to swallow their egos, accept defeat, and name you the biggest, baddest science dude in the room. And when you think about it that way, the idea of a bunch of science nerds agreeing on the same conclusion starts sounding a little bit more reliable. But I think this peer review confusion is really only half of the puzzle. The other half is best summarized by a quote from science fiction writer Arthur C. Clarke. He says, "Any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic." And I mean, think about it. When the wheel was invented, we could just push stuff easier. When we created the printing press, we could just make lots of words on paper. And when the first car was made, it let us get places faster. But now, we're at the point where we're carrying around a little magic window in our pockets, and we tell the magic box what we want and it delivers it to our house the next day. It's easy to see how far the average person has been separated from the understanding of their technology, and we use this stuff every single day. It's human nature to want to understand the things around us, and in today's world, it's becoming increasingly difficult. So, have some compassion for your fellow humans. It's easy to fall into magical thinking, even for intelligent and curious people. I don't have an answer for society, but on the individual level, compassion and patience is the answer. And if you couldn't tell, no, I don't think science is a religion. I'm the Learning Layman, thanks for joining me. And if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, and I just appreciate you sticking with me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.